Hello, my Aries. Hello, Aries. I hope all is well and you guys are doing fantastic. How's my Aries doing? This message is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Wherever you have a placement at in Aries, this message is for you. You guys, I'm in my new space, you guys, and this is where you'll be getting your messages from. I haven't been on here for a while, so I'm sorry, you guys. Please accept me back. But for all of my Aries, this message is for you, whether you have Aries in all of those placements. This is just your November message. The cards that I will be using today is my Oshun Zine Tarot deck, Oracle cards, and I will be pulling you guys a spirit of the Oracle message for my Aries. For those who are new to my channel, please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and share the broadcast and hit the like button for you guys, so people can get the messages that I will be stating here tonight. For my returning customers, thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate you guys so much. Please make sure you guys share the broadcast and also hit that like button. Okay. So I want to go ahead and get started with the reading and start with a prayer and invite spirit in and then get going. Okay. So, dear Lord, thank you for allowing me to be the channeling for my Aries November message. Lord, please only your clear, precise, and positive, loving messages come through these cards that I use today. Lord, please make our hearts your home and please make your presence here. Thank you for walking with us on this journey, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Amen. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get started with the cards. I already shuffled the cards, okay? So I'm gonna I already shuffled them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. So patience is needed. Some of you guys could be pregnant. Tonality. Ooh. Okay, and then we got ripeness. Ripeness. Had to make sure no more fall. What else, Spirit? What other message? Some of you guys could have been experiencing this in this moon that's here, the new moon that we just had here. We done had a couple of moons phases. Ordinariness. Got a lot of color here. All right. Then we got comparison and tuning in. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo. They also got the tuning in card. If not, then this message is just for you to allow yourself to meditate more and get things going, okay? Healing. You guys are going to get a breakthrough on a situation, okay? Something that you've been fighting for, okay? So your overall energy is conditioning, okay? And then you will be celebrating soon. So let's go ahead and get the messages for my Aries. Oh, I'm cold, you guys. I have my tea. Oh, which is so great. Okay, so the overall energy for my Aries is that you guys may be going through a conditioning. This is like the beginning of something. You guys are maybe doing something that involves your hands and your feet. And you may feel tangled up or something that's tying you up. Like you feel connected to, it's look like sheep. Look at that. Look at that card. It's just like really creative. So this is conditioning. You see the lion that's standing there. And he looks very upset because he can't get out. He feels tied up. He feels tied to the sheep in wool's clothing. It's one that's like literally like blending into his skin, like laying on his back there. It's like tied to him. Wow. Okay, so let's get going. Where the message is at. So that's conditioning. Let's see what the conditioning is. Conditioning. It says this card recalls an old zine story about a lion who was brought up by sheep and who thought that he was a sheep until an old lion captured him and took him to a pond where he showed him his own reflection. Many of us are like this lion. The image we have of ourselves comes not from our own direct experiences, but from an opinion of others. A personality imposed from the outside replaces the individuality that could have grown from within. We become just another sheep in the herd, unable to move freely and unconscious of our own true identity. It's time to take a look at your own reflection in the pond and make a move to break out of whatever you have been conditioned by others to believe about yourself. Dance, run, jog, or gabblish, whatever is needed to wake up the sleeping lion within, whatever it is that it takes, it's time for you to unleash that. Unless you drop your personality, you will not be able to find your individuality. Individuality is given by existence. Personality is imposed by the society. Personality is social convenience, society cannot tolerate individuality because individuality will follow like a sheep. Individuality has the quality of the lion. The lion moves alone. The sheep are always in the crowd, hoping that being in the crowd will feel cozy. Being in the crowd of one feels more protected, secure. If somebody attacks, there is every possibility in the crowd to save yourself, but alone. Only the lion moves alone. And every one of us and every one of you is born a lion. But the society goes on conditioning you, programming your mind as a sheep. It's giving you the personality, a cozy personality, nice, very convenient, very obedient. Society wants slaves, not people who are absolutely dedicated to freedom. Society wants slaves because all that vast invested want abundance. So just adapt to owning your own path, walking your own, not walking in individuality. Yes, walking in individuality, but your personality of societal convenience. Society cannot tolerate individuality because individuality is not a follower like a sheep. So individuality is very important to where you don't want to fall in with the crowd like a sheep, okay? Like by doing everything that everyone else is doing, just because it could be just a conditioning from ways that you were brought up, or just conditioning from being around certain individuals. Make sure you are being authentically you, okay, Aries. So that's what the whole overall energy is just owning who you are as an individual, um, and just call to that power. It is time to take a look at your own reflection in the pond and make moves to a break out of whatever you have been conditioning by others to believe about yourself. Dance, run, jog, or gabblish, whatever is needed to wake up the sleepy lion within you. So it's kind of like it's when dormant, it's laid dormant because it's maybe it's repetitive things that you may be doing that are causing you to not be individual. It's very important that you establish your own individuality. Now, my Aries, you guys are very ambitious. You guys are trendsetters. So I know this message is going to definitely make an impact for you guys because you guys take advice very well, but you also put your own stamp on it. And you don't allow, well, from the Aries that I know, And they're all like that. Like, they need to be more with this message, this conditioning message. Spirit is just basically telling you, don't move with the crowd, move along like the lion. Okay, move along like the lion, literally. All right, then you have patience is the next message for you. So the patient card, it says there is time when the only thing to do is to wait. The seeds has not been planted. The child is growing in his womb. The oyster is coating the grinds of the sand and making it into a pearl. This card reminds us that now is the time when all that is required is to be simple, simply alert, patient, and waiting. The woman's picture here is in just such an attitude, contented, with no trace of anxiety. She is simply waiting. Through all of the phases of the moon passing overhead, she remains patient, so in tune with the rhythm of the moon that she has almost became one with it. She knows it is a time to be positive, to be passive, letting nature take its course. But she is neither sleepy nor indifferent. She knows it. She knows it is time to be ready for something monumentous. It is time. It is a time full of mastery. Keep the hours just before the dawn. It is time when it is time when the only things do is to wait. Okay? So we have forgotten how to wait. It is almost an abandoned space. And it is our golden treasures to be able to wait for the right moment. The whole exists of waiting for the right moment. Even trees know it. When it is time to bring the flowers and when it is time to let go of all of the leaves and stand naked against the sky, they are still beautiful in that nakedness. Without, waiting for a new phalange with a great trust that the old has gone and the new will soon become and the new leaves will start growing. We have forgotten to wait. We want everything in a hurry, and a great loss to humanity in silence and waiting. Something inside you goes on growing. Your authentic beginning, your authentic being. I said beginning, sorry. Your authentic being, and one day it jumps and become a flame, and your whole personality is shattered. You are a new man or a new woman. And this new man or new woman knows what ceremony is. This new man or woman knows life external juices. So it's time to fully master like the hours just before the dawn. It is time when only things to do is wait. It's time to have patience and focus on being the lion and not following the crowd. Okay. So then we got tonality for number 5. Tonality. It says these three women are high in the air, playful and free, yet alert and intermediate in a chimpanzee's act. Chimpanzee act. One about can afford to be a little bit absent when for a split second, and it is this quality of total assertiveness is the moment at hand that is represented here. We may feel that there are too many things to do at once, but we bog down and in trying to do a bit here and a bit there instead of taking one task at a time and getting on with it. Or perhaps we think our task is boring because we are forgetting that it is not what you do, but how you do it that matters. Developing the knack of being total in response to whatever comes. As it comes, it is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Take one step through life at a time, giving each step your complete attention and energy can bring a wondrous new vitality and creativity to all that you do. Every moment there is a possibility to be total. Whensoever you are doing, be absorbed in it and so utterly that the mind thinks nothing. It is there, it is just a presence. And more tonality will be coming. And the taste of tonality will make you more and more capable of being total. And try to see when you are not total. Those are the moments which have to be dropped slowly, slowly. When you are not total, whenever you are in the head thinking, wondering, calculating, cunning, clever, that you are not total. Total. Slowly, slowly slip out of those moments. It is just an old habit. Habits die hard, but they die certainly. If one priest if one priest is if one presence they die. So basically what the tonality card is basically saying that it's time to take a step through life and take it one step at a time. Have patience with yourself, and focus. Condition yourself to step away from the pack and step away from doing things maybe in a more ordained way or the way that you was brought up or group settings or something like that. You need to be you need your own individuality to where you will be the focus, okay? So you would be the primary focus of doing things, okay? So the tonality card is basically stating that it's time for you to be creative about doing so, okay? And it's time to take steps one step at a time. Okay, take things one day at a time. Everything's not going to turn out like how you want it to, or maybe what you're used to, but Spirit is telling you to just take things one day at a time. Then we got ripeness, okay? Ripeness. Okay, so it says when the fruit is ripe, it drops from the tree by itself. One moment it hangs by the threads from the branches of the trees, bursting with juice. The next moment it falls, not because it has been forced to fall or it has been made an effort to jump, but it is because the tree has recognized that it is ripe and it is simply letting go. When this card appears in a reading, it is indicating that you are ready to share your inner riches, your juices. All you need to do is relax right here where you are and be willing for it to happen. Have patience. Their sharing of yourself, this expressions of your creativity can come in many ways. In your work, in your relationships, in your everyday life experiences, no special preparations or efforts on your part is required. Patience, sitting back, taking things one step at a time. It is simply the right time. Only if your meditation has brought you a light that shines in every night will even death not to be a death to you, but a door to the divine. With the light in your heart, death itself is transforming into a door, and you enter into the universal spirit. You become one with the ocean. And unless you know the oceanic experience, you have lived in vain. Now is always the time, and the fruit is always ripe. You just need to gather courage to enter into your inner forest. The fruit is always ripe, and the time is always the right time. There is no such thing as the wrong time. Focus on becoming a lion, being fearful, um, not fearful, but fearless, and then having patience with yourself, taking things one step at a time, knowing when the right time is. No time is the wrong time. basically just sharing yourself and expressing your creativity can come in many ways. So it's time for you to be creative and let things out, but at the same time have patience with yourself in the situation. Have patience with things that you may need to go over again. Have patience with change and just being individual and practicing in your own individuality, walking in your own lane, literally. Like, that's the best way to describe what I'm trying to say. Staying in your lane, doing things the way that you are authentically you. Your own individuality stands out more of you just being individual. Okay. And then you got ordinariness. Ordinariness. I don't even sound like a word. It sounds like crazy, like they made that up. Ordinariness. Okay, it says this figure's walking in the nature shows us that beauty can be found in the simple, ordinary things of life. Oh. We so easily take this beautiful world we live in for granted. Cleaning the house, tending to the garden, cooking a meal, the most mundane task takes on a sacred quality that we are performed with your total involvement with love and for their own sakes, without thoughts of recognition or reward. You are facing a time now when this easy, natural, and utterly ordinary approach is to the situation you're encountering will bring you far between results than any type of your part to be brilliant, clever, and otherwise extraordinary. Forget all about making headlines by inventing the latest widget or dazzling your friends and collages with your unique star quality. The special gift you have is to offer now is present best by just taking things easily and simply one step at a time. Sometimes it happens that you become one in some rare moment. Watch the ocean in the tremendous wildness of it, and suddenly you forget your split, your schizophrenia, you're relaxed, or moving in the Himalayas, seeing the virgin snow on the Himalayan peaks. Suddenly a coolness surrounds you, and you need not to be false because there is no other human being to be false to. You follow together or listen to the beautiful music. You follow together whenever in whatsoever situation you become one, a peace, a happiness, a bliss surrounding you, arise in you. You feel fulfilled. There is no need to wait for these moments. These moments can become your natural life. The extraordinary moment can become an ordinary moment, and I mean that the whole effort of Zine. You can live extraordinary life if you can live an extraordinary life in a very ordinary life, cutting wood, chopping wood, carrying water from the well. You can be tremendously at ease with yourself. Clean the floor, cook the food, washing the clothes. You can be perfectly at ease because the whole question is for you doing your action totally. Enjoy it and delight in it. But take things step by step. So with that message, it says you have the gift of offering now to present the best of taking things easily and simply one step at a time. Then we got comparison. I hope you guys are not comparing yourself to other people because you are not. You are an individual. That's where individuality comes in at. The comparison, it says, whoever told you that the bamboo is more beautiful than the oak, or the oak is more valuable than the bamboo? Do you think the oak wishes it had a hollow trunk like the bamboo? Does the bamboo feel jealous of the oak because it's bigger and its leaf changing colors in the fall? The very idea of the two trees comparing themselves in each day seems ridiculous. But we humans seem to find this habit very hard to break. Let's face it, there is always going to be somebody who is more beautiful, more talented, stronger, more intelligent, and apparently happier than you are. Conversely, conversely, there will always be those who are less than you in all things and all this anyway. The way to find out who you are and not be comparing yourself with others, but by looking to see whether you are fulfilling your own potential in the best way you know how. Comparison brings inferiority, superiority, where you do not compare, all inferior, all superior disappear. When you are simply there, a small bush or a big huge tree. It doesn't matter. You are yourself. You are needed. A grass leaf is needed as much as the biggest star. Without the grass leaf, God would be less than he is. So, I mean, this sounds the Chaku is needed as much as the Buddha. The word will be the less rich of the Chaku appears. Just look around. All is needed and everything fits together. It is an organic unity. Nobody is higher and nobody is lower. Nobody is superior and nobody is inferior. Everybody is uncomparably unique. Be careful with comparing yourself to others. Tuning in, okay? It's time to sit back and meditate and tune in. The tuning card, it says the woman in this image is a faint smile, has a faint smile on her face. You see all those people though that's in your head and in your ears and stuff. Fact is that she's just watching the authentic of the mind, not judging, not trying to stop them, not identifying, just watching as they feel they are where traffic on the road and a ripple on the surface of upon, and the antics of the mind are slightly amusing, and is jumping up and down and twisting this way and that way and trying to get your attention and seducing you into the game. The knacking of taking a distance from the mind is one of the greatest blessings. It is what meditation is about, all about, really, not chanting a mantra or repeating an affirmation, just watching as if the mind belongs to somebody else. You are ready to take this distance now, and it is watches this and to watch the show without getting caught up in the drama. Indulge yourself in the simple freedom of turning in whenever you can, and the knacking of meditation will grow and deepen in you. So it's time to just tap in and move on in with how you feel. Okay, Aries? So let's pull you a spirit animal card, you guys. So those messages was pretty clear, okay, for my Aries. Make sure you are being individual in your approach and what you do. You're taking things step by step, and you're being patient with yourself, okay? You're being very patient with yourself and you're tuning in, okay? It's time to just tune in and meditate and do the things of, you know what I'm saying, to help you keep yourself balanced and centered. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to, let's pull you a spirit animal oracle card. And these cards are by Jody Bargamus. Okay, so let's see. Self-reliance. Revealer of truth. Authentic. Look at that. So the message that I'm getting for you guys is you guys are needing to be authentically you. You guys are going through a transformation as well, a rebirth. This is actually up to you. This is a choice, a personal choice for yourself. You can either be like the sheep or you can be like the lion. Okay? Spirit, what message do you have for my Aries? Please, only your trustworthy messages come to me. Revealer of truth. Okay? The coyote. The revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Okay, let's see what other messages this has for you. I just got real cold. So the coyote is survival, self, integrity, cunning, trickster, escape from traps, wise fool, playful, teacher, transformation, and wisdom. Among Native American cultures, coyotes have been called the tricksters or the wise or foolish one. We have all been the fool and we have all been tricked, but it is all a part of life. We make mistakes fall down, suffer bad choices, yet learning from them all. The person that you can learn will survive and thrive. The person that can learn will survive and thrive. Coyotes teach us to play and celebrate life daily. Coyotes ask us to laugh, especially at ourselves and not taking life too seriously. Coyote medicines is associated with the youth energy, childlike wisdom, and lifelong learning. Coyote people are asked to be students of life. Coyote wisdom is seldom delivered directly, but comes from the long and windy road. Yes, we will fail, be fooled, be deceived, or worse. We may fall down 7 times, but get back up 8 and win. If a coyote is your totem animal, you will be assured of success. If you learn from mistakes and never give up, to laugh, adapt, transform, and thrive is the heart of the coyote medicine. And this is just contrary to the message. It says, have you been taking life too seriously and lost your childlike joy? Are you learning from your mistakes or are you caught in the same old trap? Is someone trying to deceive you? Don't be tricked. Keep that eye peeled. Watch out for those red flags or someone trying to trick you. Okay, Aries, so that's all the messages that I have for you guys. You guys got done pretty quick today. Let's see what other message. Let's find you a romance. Let's pull you a romance card. See what's going on in your love life. Go ahead and drop me, say, baby, run your mouth. It's nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. Spirit, what message do you have for my Aries in love? Make an effort in love. This isn't love. It's a great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. Take things step by step. Any more messages? Oh, shit. Engagement. Once you take things at effort, engagement will come here for you. Okay? Your love life is extending to a higher level of commitment. Any more messages for my Aries? And Spirit wants you to stay optimistic about your love life, okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So always stay positive about your love life, okay? Because engagement is coming in for you guys. And make the effort. Make the effort in a situation. It's time to make the effort, okay? All right, Aries. So that's all the messages that I have for you guys. I hope all is well and you guys are doing great. Make sure you guys are subscribing, liking, and sharing the broadcast. If you may, we'll really appreciate it. And thank you guys for coming out. If you want any information on personal readings, donation, please check the description box for all of that. And once again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye bye.